There's Gray. There's Gray. That was pretty funny. I forgot to invite myself to the stream. Oh, we got an echo too. Thursday night at its best. Where am I getting this echo at? Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Gotta love Thursday night, right, folks? I think I've smashed all the issues. All right, let's see who's in chat. All right. Let's get into the swing of things. Gardner Josh, what is up, brother? Always good to see you. Prepper Chicken, Texas. Joe Morgan. Jeff. Colleen Rich, Tiger 454. Northern Girl Hobbies, what's up? Be back in a few. We'll see you in a few. Shadow Scout Sweet. Good morning and good evening to some folks. Scarzo 219. Let me see. We got Harvey Black in the house. Melissa Dove. Let me see. Online subscriber. Love the name, man. Patriot Sandwich Maker. Virginia Roots. Good to see you. Jeep Girl. And Jeep Girl, if I recall correctly, have you in my I got prayers for you, man. Prayers for you, because I saw that video and it kind of touched me. You probably know what I'm talking about. Hopefully things will go well for you. Because I do what's it called? Creep on channels. I watch stuff. Sometimes I leave messages or comments and whatnot. D14, what is up? Leroy Engel, what is up? Let me see. Patriot Sandwich Maker, Northern Go. Blue Vandal. I say Sherry Leach. Arc Wildman Survival. Let me see here. Trying to catch up Shawnee. Bruce. CYR. Oh, Muzzle Flash. Phoenix. Outsider. Missy May. Man, everybody's just popping in here tonight, eh? Good showing. Susan Peters. Trying to make D14 with the D14. You always remind me to put that ticker on. You know that? It's funny you say that. Let me throw that ticker up there. All right. Let me see. Swamp Billy by Northern Girl Hobbies. Do we got okay, I got you. Let me see. Jeff Sams, Klingon Princess, Terry Berry, Gerald Zeman, the Daily Prepper, the Milkmaid, Joe Morgan, Balloonies for you. All right, Stuart W. Have I missed? Did I get everybody? Busted Beak. All right, I did the thing. You know, Rudy's the one that made me do this. You know, I like to say what's up, everybody. Janine, what is up? Janine from South Florida. We're neighbors. Janine. All right, so let's discuss. Well, we're not a big discussion. You know, it was an hour and 45 minutes with the doc on Tuesday night, which was a phenomenal live stream, man. I really enjoyed the heck out of it. Tell Milkmaid we said sleep tight. Will do, Milkmaid. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Man, I can't even speak. Are you fibbing? Maybe I heard it wrong. You sure you know what you're talking about? Mike Styles, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just ramble on, bro. Just ramble on. And people watch. Mike. So hopefully you enjoy my rambles. Anyways, what was I going to say? So with the doctor, that was quite the interview. I did learn a lot. A lot of you folks seem to enjoy that. The doc is awesome, man. And we're going to definitely be doing something down the road with the doc. I got you, Mike. I'm just messing with you as well, man. I have a great sense of humor, and as they say, thick skin. I can take a lot, because if you look at Gardner Josh is always yanking on me, man. He's always messing with me. Milo on the ready. What is up, brother? Grayson Grit. Tuesday I was agreed. The Daily Prepper. It was truly. I'm a rambling man. I love that song too, Harvey. Dragon always coming in clutch with the monster super chat. Jeez, man, can't speak. Josh went for a walk and ran into a tiger. He tried to use a sandwich maker to protect himself. All of a sudden, Klingon Princess and Northern Girl rolled up in a Jeep when they said, "Get in if you want to survive." Love it. But so singing man, right? I wish I could sing, not like Papa Prepper. Papa Prepper can sing. But thanks again, Dragon. You are awesome. You truly helped the channel tremendously. And you know, speaking of that, with the whole super chat of the month thing and super sticker of the month thing, we're doing pretty good on this month. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to give away for this one. And my mind's always, kind of just like, burning the midnight oil, because I want to keep you guys on your toes with what I'm giving away. But all right. So, but anyways, back to the doc. I've been listening to some of his books. He's going to send me a book, which I thought was really cool, a signed book from him, which I'll showcase on the show. And you know what? You know what I'm forgetting? Papa Prepper, I was just talking about you, man. I was just talking about you. I wish, man, I messed up again. Man. I need to go to my vehicle to show you guys something. And I don't know how to do it on the live stream because I don't have anybody on the panel with me to keep you guys entertained while I run to the vehicle. So what am I to do? Bougie Prepper, what is up? Melissa Dove, good to see you. But yeah, no, Papa Prepper, I was just saying, they were saying something about singing. I said, no, that's Papa Prepper. Papa Prepper can sing. So I'm like thinking, I wish I had like a video to let you guys watch for like just a couple of seconds, for like 2 minutes or less than that probably. So I could run in my car because something totally slipped my mind that's in my car that I need to get. Do you guys mind? Do you guys mind if I run off real quick? You think I'll lose a bunch of people in chat if I run to the vehicle real quick? Because I have something I wanted to show you guys, which is driving me nuts. We will be okay. All right. So let me, luckily I got my keys right here. It'll just take me a quick second. This is probably the weirdest live stream ever, right? Oh, I already lost one person. I'm down from 60 to 59. Someone was like, I ain't waiting, watching him. Hey, thanks, Cheryl. All right. I'll be right back, guys. You guys, please entertain yourself. I'll be right back. You guys will see what I mean, why I want to do this. All right. I'm back. The patients are running the asylum. I just caught that. That's awesome. Whew. All right. Who knows what was said in chat while I was gone, man? All right. So the reason I wanted, I go to the post office box and I grab stuff, and then I forget to, hey, we gained a couple folks in chat. We got 63 watching and 54 likes. We're doing good. So remember the whole thing that I asked you guys about postcards? Well, I've gotten 2 of them, and I want to share these with you guys. Caribbean House, what is up? Yeah, as you can see, I'm out of breath running. I was like, the Lady Gray's like, what are you doing? I said, don't worry about it. I'll explain later. So I got 2 postcards from 2 subscribers. So I want to say thank you to Tasha from Prep For It. Sent me this postcard. Right. Let's get it right, Gray. I thought that was a really cool postcard. So we're going to start building this postcard collection, but that's from Tasha over at Prep For It. That was pretty cool. She has great handwriting, by the way. Look at that. Look at that handwriting. That is some dang good handwriting. So that's all the way from Oklahoma City. I thought that was great. What's up, Prepper 101? And then I got this one all the way from Las Vegas. And this is from JM at the Nut House. It says, JM at the Nut House Voyage 2021 on our maiden voyage, first stop. And we wanted to say hi from Vegas, Mike and Jen. That is awesome. So thank you, JM. I truly appreciate that. So that's my first 2 postcards ever. And like I said, I'm going to start building a wall over here, and I'm going to start showcasing that. Exactly, Papa Prepper. I've been begging for postcards like a little puppy, like, please send great postcards. I want them from all over the world, all over the US. I just want to build a whole wall of postcards for my subscribers, man. I think it's awesome. Nomad Prepper, what is up? Whew. I should slow down. I'm like breathing heavy and stuff. Hoot, holler, what is going on? Bug Dude, Sherry Leach. I probably say some people's names over and over again. All right. So back to the doctor. So again, that was a phenomenal interview. It did. So here's the great thing about it. It was the most viewed video I have ever, or viewed live and video that I've ever done on my channel. The doctor threw me on his email list and shared it with some of his friends and folks. And they came over to the channel and they said, hey, man, we're going to subscribe. We've been looking at your content. We like what we see. So that was awesome and very appreciative of Dr. Bradley. And but here's the weird thing about that. YouTube, and I'm talking to you, YouTube started screwing with me. And a lot of people, Harvey, you know this, YouTube has been messing with all the people in the preparedness community. Prepper Now spoke to him. They've been messing with him and several other folks. When I looked at the video, it had almost 12,000 views, which I was like, oh my God, that's insane. I've never had anything like that ever happen to me on YouTube yet. So many people had watched the replay and tuned in and checked this video out because of the information that it had in it. I had gained like 45, 50 subscribers. Things were only up and up. I was like, man, this is pretty neat. You know what I mean? The message is getting out there. We're growing. And then the next day hit. YouTube took about, I don't know, it's back up now. They've given me about 500 or 600 of my views back. Thanks, Prepper 101. They've given me about 500 or 600 of my views back, but they took about 1,100 views. And they also took about 22 subscribers away from me the next following day. Don't understand how they do it, why they do it, but they did. So I wrote them an email and did the little tech thing and talked to their little bot. And it said, sorry for the inconvenience. Be patient. This will be resolved, which is what I always get when I write YouTube. So we'll see. We'll see if it resolves itself or fixes itself. I don't know. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. It's this platform, and a lot of folks have this issue. I went into Reddit conversations all over YouTube, all over the net, and I've read they've been doing this for years and years and years. Supposedly they do these purges. If you're not active enough on the channel, they remove you. They've even removed me personally, removed me from big channels that I watch just because I don't watch them as much. I'm like, why haven't I seen a video from, let's say, Demolition Ranch in, like 3 months? And I'm like, let me go check. Unsubscribed. So even large channels like that get hit. I guess if you're not active or you're not, whatever they find deemed necessary to remove you. I think if I subscribe to someone, leave my subscribership alone until I decide if I want to unsubscribe from that channel. You don't make that decision. Let me make that decision. And now if I have a dead account that doesn't exist, then boom, do what you got to do. But I'm on YouTube all the time. So why are you removing me, removing me from a subscription that I want to watch? Anyways, there's my little rant about YouTube. They're probably going to get mad and demonetize this video. But hey, Dragon saved the day with the super chat. So it doesn't matter if they demonetize this video. It is what it is, right? Let me see. I'm missing chat because of my rant here. I don't even watch his vids. Weird. D14. That is funny. What's up, Dean? Thanks, Dragon. Thanks, Dragon. But thanks, Harvey Black. Truly, Harvey's really good. He's a good mod. He brings a lot of things to my attention. He keeps track of stuff, and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. Right, outsider? Exactamundo, man. Just leave us alone. Let us do what we're doing. We're not harming anybody. We're not bothering anybody. The people that subscribe to our channel enjoy watching our content. If they didn't, they wouldn't subscribe. It's that simple. Unless the person decides to unsubscribe, then I get it. Some folks are even losing likes. I've talked to a few other content creators that are losing likes. They'll have like, hey, man, I have 45 likes. And then the next day they have 32 likes. How in the heck does that happen? That is my question. How does, in what verse that you live in that you want to take someone's likes away, man? Sometimes this means a lot to some folks. Some folks, it really means a lot, especially if they're just starting out and they lose views and they lose subscribers and they use likes. It may deter them from creating a channel or moving forward with that channel. So for the smaller channels, because I remember when I first started growing, I had like 100 subs and I was like, man, if I was to lose half of my subs, I would freak out. I'd be like, yeah, I guess this is not meant for me. And you guys would never know who Grey was. Thankfully, you, the subscribers, have made this channel what it is. That's why I'm always praising you guys. Agreed, Courtney's husband. It is. DPO. You might be DPO. I'm trying to figure out what TPO means, Cheryl. Then you deleted it. Cactin. I'm trying to understand what that means. See, and Heritage Homestead. See, and it sucks because we're trying to build a folks here. Creative redundancy. What is up? Haven't been, but I have been on notification shut off. I haven't been, but I have had my notification shut off. Well, Tiger I mean, I understand that. I have so many notifications on my phone. It's ridiculous. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, Tiger, because I need to mute my phone before it starts going crazy. Thank you so much. Because, yep, it's all loud and all kinds of stuff. So I'd been sitting here freaking out. Oh, that's good. We got 1 thumbs down. Thanks, man. I truly appreciate that. You're awesome. Thanks for watching, brother or sister, whoever it may be. I appreciate you coming on through and, giving us that thumbs down. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, cheers. What's up, Cherokee Survivalists? So, hey guys, so here's what I've been thinking. So back to the doctor thing. It was just such a good thing. You guys seem to really, really, really like that type of content. So now I'm on the hunt. What is everybody worried about right now? It's cyber attacks and cyber terrorism. So I'm on the hunt for a cyber attack specialist. So I'm starting to put feelers out because I want to find someone who specializes in cyber attacks. And I want to see if they'll come on the channel and have a discussion with us and this community in regards to cyber attacks. So wish me luck and trying to find something like that. I would like to find specialists in different fields that kind of relate to prepping outside of us as preppers and questions that we have. Because it's nice to have, like, let's say me or some of the other channels discuss certain topics, but it's also nice to have someone who specializes in these topics that we're having to come on the channel and kind of give us, disseminate fact from fiction. Right, Prepper. We're going to call you Dr. Prepper 101. Zane, is he famous though? They need to have, because what I want, the person that I decided to bring on the chat. Let me see here. I just missed Joe, would you say, Joe? Making decisions when best I've happened to done so we could do that. Yeah, right, Joe. I want people to, if I put a name up on the screen and they're a specialist, I want people to Google that name and see their accolades, to see that they're actually a true person that specializes in these fields. Back under the bridge, Troll, you had your fun with a thumbs down. I know, right? Jeff, thank you. Truly appreciate that. But yeah, so I think that was a pretty cool thing. Spaceballs, you had some great questions, man. Thanks for throwing them in there. Why family farm? That's Ark Wildman survival. I'm special, sniff. Joe always has the most interesting comments. It's let me see. Do you know about homestead engineering? Bougie Prepper sounds familiar. Good idea, Papa Prepper. And the great idea. Bougie Prepper. No, I don't. I would, if you can email me, Bougie Prepper, or if it's a channel that I can look up and find, I'm definitely looking forward to find some information on that. Ask the doctor. I am sure he knows one. Actually, that's what I was going to do. I forgot to email him because he wants me to email him with my information because he wants to send me that book. So I definitely will do that, Milo. He might be definitely better point me in the right section. And right, you're right. Courtney's husband. It does put weight behind the message. It's just to solidify, the information that we're getting. Kaylin Strain, what is up? Let me see here. What am I missing? Phoenix, I'm interested in want to know a professional could tell us about what we should do with our money. Phoenix, funny you say that. I don't know. Okay, so I consider Rudy at Alaska Prepper very well versed in finances. I know he's not a super financial 100% advisor. He is one of us. He's one of the community. But man, is he a smart. I talked to Tuesday afternoon. I talked to Rudy for an hour and a half. We made a joke that we should have did it live. Because it was about the length of a live stream. So me and Rudy plan to do something here soon again. And I wanted him to come on the channel and talk about the dollar and finances and stuff like that because of how he explains it to me. And he is just very, very intellectual when it comes to, the crypto market, when it comes to silver, when it comes to, so I'll even use for one instance, something that he said to me, that because I have some certain subscribers say, hey, Gray, why do you what do you care about silver for? Or precious metals in general? And they're saying Elon Musk and Bill Gates are going, and I said their names. Woo. They're going to go and get an asteroid and drill on it. And Rudy's like, yeah, one day they might. One day they might do that. He says, but not now in our lifetime. He says it takes over $70,000 to go out into space, to launch into space, and then to bring something back. He said it could be even more than just that. So at least the minimum $70,000. Well, gold is only worth $1,700 an ounce. So unless it becomes cost effective for them to go to an asteroid, if they can do it after all the billions and billions of dollars they would have to invest to do this, gold and silver is unfortunately going to be here to stay for quite some time, folks, at least in most of our lifetimes. Bill Holter, huh? I'm going to pause that real second, Dragon. I caught that as I'm sitting here blabbing on. And I'm going to put it here so I can find that later. And I will research Bill Holter. Oh, he does have a YouTube channel. All right. Good to know. All right, let me let chat back on. Let me see. Get Elon on here. He's a real cyborg. That would be cool, but a lot of people hate Elon Musk. I guess some people find him, his political views and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know the man. Know nothing about him other than he's wealthy. He owns Tesla. I know he got most of his money from PayPal. Like he created something like PayPal and sold PayPal to Google or somebody and made billions of dollars and then invested it into other stuff. And now he is the multi-billionaire that he is today. Yeah, Caribbean House. That I do watch that. And like I said, me and Rudy, we talk a lot on the phone. So we have conversations about, financial stuff and silver and all these topics. And Nomad, you're right. Gold and silver has been around for quite some time. I understand the argument when it comes to gold and silver and the aspect that you can't eat it, but it's a wealth preservation thing. It's been used in terms, if you look at ancient times before the dollar was the dollar per se, before there was paper money, people used gold and silver, they use coinage. So it holds value. So like right now at the dollar itself, and this is coming from Rudy. I watched his video today. The dollar itself fluctuates and stuff like that, and it can go up and down and inflation and all the other jazz. And I'm probably saying things wrong because I'm not the genius that he is behind this stuff. But silver will always remain and hold the value that it does. And sure, you see it, you'll see it jump up here and there. But silver is constant versus the dollar. That's just a piece of paper that the Americans created. And I like the way Rudy called it. He said it's a debt note. It's debt. Which I thought was pretty intriguing the way he described it. And that's why I want to get him on channel because he can go into this a lot better than I can. We're going to set something up down the road. Exactly, Joe. I see you on the couch. Joe Morgan. Let him get high, then talk to him. LOL. Who are you talking about, Spaceballs? What did I miss here? What did I miss? I like the Dogecoin. I do have Doge. I have money invested in Doge as well. I'm trying to back up a little bit and see what I missed. 400,000 children paralyzed in India by the thousands. Really, muzzle flash. I'll have to look into that because that is intriguing. I did learn one thing. I can, let me pull this up for you guys real quick. I know YouTube hates it when I do this too. Because I saw this news article and I was like, oh, so we're back at this again. Because remember when number 45, he was trying to make us energy dependent on ourselves and not other countries. Well, guess what? Here we are again. U.S. reliance on Russian oil surges to record high amid tensions. So we're back on that. We're back on that again. So we're back on that again, man. We're back on depending on other countries for our resources. Thanks, number 46. Truly appreciate it, buddy. You've done a great job. Green instead. Creative redundancy. I think Hutch and welcome Hutch will probably agree with you there. If I can't hold it, it ain't buying it. And Jeff, that's what I really enjoy about silver because for some reason I do like silver. I like to hold silver, physical silver. If you guys have been watching, if you've been watching the inflation, if you've been watching how things have been progressing with our economy. So, matter of fact, I'll get down to this tangent here. What's the nightly MIL joke? Your number one fan, Billy Bird Outdoors. Billy Bird, don't I know you from Angry Prepper's channel, Billy Bird? That's right. I'm pretty sure I've gotten you from there. But thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, that was man. I'm gonna have to watch that Spaceball because now I'm intrigued. a lot of folks, when they come in, like, and they look at my channel, or they outside of the community, and they're like, well, what are you preparing for? So, because most people are like, are you preparing for, all right, Joe. He'll tell me, oh, what was that? People think, oh, what are you preparing for the zombie apocalypse? Are you, what are you preparing for the, the end of times, the end of worlds, the meteorites, or, some crazy stuff. They think I'm preparing for the end of days, right? And in a sense, you could say that most of us were preparing for anything and everything. But I thought about what is important to me, why I prepare. So one of the main things I prepare for, and I figure a lot of you folks do as well. What's up, Emily L? Is natural disasters, because I'm in Hurricane Alley. Lots of hurricanes come through Florida. So that's the main reason that I prepare. Now, on a larger scale things, CMEs, like we just had that discussion on Tuesday, that's something viable to prepare for, and to prepare for it in the best that we can. As he said, the warning system, we may know, the government may tell us, or may not. Who knows for sure? So CMEs, that's one thing that's in the back of my head that I look at. Also, the economy, economic collapse, or the devaluation of the dollar, is another thing. Another U.S. I call it a world event, but to me, it's more localized to the U.S. So that's another thing. And then here we are with the cyber attacks, CMEs, and the collapse of the economy. Those are the three big ones that a lot of us, I think, that are more tangible than zombies and asteroids. Yeah, Zane, I saw that. When it's coming up, it's probably going to hit more of the Louisiana, maybe that area there. It might hit the panhandle of Florida, but it's just going to be a tropical depression, which is a rainstorm for us here in Florida, which is something that we get on a daily basis. Don't forget to have plenty of gauze. We'll hard to get things and get max of max. Right, D14. What's up, Sarah? So that's what I start breaking it down to them. And so then they start to open up their eyes and be like, oh, wow, okay, that does make sense to prepare for, natural disasters, tornadoes, hard freezes, blizzards, power outages, things of that nature, because that's tangible. That's stuff that happens on a, yearly basis. Crop failures, things like that. We've seen this whole year, lots of things happen with the fires out west, the derecho in Iowa, the freeze in Texas, the tornadoes that ran through, I think, was it Arkansas? I don't know. I think Hutch is in there. He could tell me. There was some down in that area, Arkansas, Missouri. There was some nasty tornadoes out in that area. So those are, to me, reasons why I feel that folks prepare. And it can be something as simple as things like, a financial hardship. Let's say you've prepped on silver while everything is going good. You're prepped on silver. Something happens and everybody loses their job and you have a stockpile of silver. Well, technically you can take that silver and get money out of it. So anything that you can, that has value that you can, re-implement to retain your wealth per se. I have enough of both. 6. Okay. Thanks, Hutch. Appreciate that. Hutch is my correspondent on the ground in that area. Exactly, Milo and Ready. Hardships. Northern Girl, you got a generator. What kind of generator you get, Northern Girl? Is it a multi-fuel or diesel, gas, propane, solar? I'm curious. What brand? I know some people have their favorites. And this coffee is good tonight. I don't know if it's just me or if it's just haven't had much coffee today. I prepper for life. Yeah, no, exactly. Whatever life throws at you. Good way of putting that, Tiger 454. All right, Northern Girl, gotcha. That makes sense. I will stay tuned. And so I'm thinking about this as I'm thinking about your video, and I don't know why it made me think of my video, but the video that I did yesterday, where I literally got tried to do a review and it just went sideways. Well, Billy Bird, it can be challenging at times. But 2 years ago, my wife got me this really good Noroko, and it works well. But I'm lazy sometimes. I get too much stuff going on, and sometimes I let it go. We had an earthquake today. It was only 3.8, but we were in Indiana, so really pop-up prepper. I've been hearing about these. I call them microquakes all over the U.S. That means maybe the earth is just not happy right now, and it's letting us know. But I guess you never know, man, because things can excel from there. The weirdest place I ever had an earthquake in when I was about 14 years old was in Michigan. We had an earthquake there, and the ground started to rumble, and I was like, earthquake, Michigan? Like, what was going on? It kind of blew me away, man. Let me see here. Had a tornado about 4 miles from me. Thankful it didn't do any damage. Cheryl, if you would have got that on video, that would have been awesome. She has keto prepared. See, when my wife sees the credit card bill, it's going to be a major quake. Right, Prepper 101? How's your mother-in-law, Prepper 101? Just curious. Is she doing all right? Jeff, I mean, just last year, I think was it last year, over in Hawaii, they had some pretty heavy volcanic activity. Marcy, yes, love Aegis. They came out. They're coming out with a new one, so I'm gonna have a new one soon. I got to get Gardner Josh set up with the right way because I need to upgrade Gardner Josh. What's up, Julie? Growing with Hudson. What is up? I was in school in Inkster, Michigan when that happened. Oh, so you remember it was a long time ago, but it was weird, wasn't it? 200 pitas of white rice from my prepping last year. Now we started keto, and sadly, rice is a no. Well, Janine, you can still prep rice. Even folks that are on keto, if you're trying to lose weight, I understand all that stuff like that, but still prep rice, because if food becomes not accessible, any food, carbs or not, is going to be food. So you're going to want anything that you can prep. So that 200 pounds of rice, keep it in your stockpile. Don't get rid of it just because you're on keto. Because if you're starving, those little bit of carbs is going to make a big difference in your life. Nomad, what do you got? Some sort of insight that we don't know about, Nomad? I mean, maybe here in August is peak hurricane time for the area of Florida that I'm in. So grid down might be in this area. Cheryl, what did I miss? Someone said send it to my email. I must have missed something. Exactly, Janine. That's what I'm saying. Don't ever with your preps, especially food preps, don't ever discount them if you're on diets or whatever like that, because they will come in. Remember, white rice, 25-year shelf life on the average. So, 25, maybe 10 years from now, maybe you'll be off keto and you're going to be in a different lifestyle and you still have those preps. But again, food is food when it comes down to emergency preparedness. The MVP 5. Wow, Marcy, that is... I remember that I had the MVP 3, and some folks are probably in chat wondering what the heck we're talking about. We're talking babe stuff, guys. We're talking about babe stuff. Yes, my propane company told me yesterday. Why would that doesn't make sense, Nomad? Your propane company told you that you're gonna have, like, in your area? Creative redundancy. Good point. You could barter rice. First world concerns. Exactly, Dean. You're right on the money with that one. Food is money too. Agreed, Mike. See, you guys are awesome, folks. Billy Bird, yes, beans, dry beans. Matter of fact, I have a whole thing of dry beans that I got to fill up into my one of my Mylars. I should start videoing that kind of stuff, right? Let me see. Can always use for trade. Rice, bean, corn, wheat, water. Water's a biggie too, man. Water. 3 days without water, you're screwed on the average. I mean, have you ever been dehydrated and the way you feel? I mean, here in the Florida sun, I've went through it as a child. It's not a good feeling. Sunstroke and whatnot, or heat stroke as they call it. You see, Vape Nation, I thought I was a millennial fad. I think someone, I saw on some prepper channel one time, some guy was talking about, he says, yeah, vapors are douchebags or something like that. And I'm like, I guess I'm a douchebag. I do that to people all the time. Like I said, I take everything with a bit of sarcasm. I can take a lot, man, and still come back and just, because I don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you're happy in life, as long as you're happy with what you're doing. Some people like to have, some alcohol. Some people like to smoke, cannabis. Some people like to do things. That's their choice. It's their God-given right as Americans and their freedoms. So enjoy your life, man. Don't concern what other people think or what they have to say. Jeff agreed. Reheating rice is dangerous. Well, I'm talking about dry rice, and then you would portion your rices. This isn't a shift event, of course, or where you're having to get into this. Watch this. Hold my right, Jeff. Wild man, howdy, good sir. Swamp Billy, it's funny. We sell because I have my business that I own it's the shop is looking different every single. I should take pictures of the shop organization, show you folks. The shop itself is like half vape, and it's starting to slowly transition into preparedness gear. Like we have 511 tactical rush packs in all different sizes. We have all kinds of different fire starting materials, medic bags, hatchets, lots and lots of knives, all different types of knives, SE knives, K-bars. What do we have? Civvies. We got a whole array of stuff. We even got some affordable stuff like the Smith & Wesson knives and things like that. Got some nice Spydercos too, if you guys are into knives. Hutch. Only Hutch would say that, man. Outstanding. You're doing it, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, Prepper 101. Leftover Chinese food. I agree. I do. My restaurant, my favorite Japanese restaurant shut down through COVID. They went back to Japan through this whole process. They just reopened their doors on the 15th. And of course I had to make it there because it was nice. The little old Japanese lady comes up and gives me a hug. And she's like, it's been so long. And I'm like, yes, I missed you guys too, because it's the only place I can get authentic, truly. When you walk in this place and you see 80-year-old Japanese folks cooking the food and making the sushi, you know it's going to be a good time. The Daily Prepper, I want to describe the type of cybersecurity that I'm looking to dive into is basically what should us as citizens of the United States, what should we be preparing for? How can we protect ourselves? How can we protect our own PCs, our own systems? Now, I can do a small backstory. All right. So when I got out of the Army, I got into computer science. I was a network administrator for quite some time and did some stuff per se. If you guys get my drift. So I know some things, but I would like to have a current cybersecurity expert that can actually tell us the real threat to let's say our grid. How hard is it to hack our grid? How hard is it to hack? Let's say someone was talking about airplanes, like, hey, that airplane, it had some sort of electronical issues, failures, and it had to get grounded. Well, was that a cyber attack? Like, was it? Or was it just a malfunctioning plane with some issues? So I want someone who can specialize and kind of dig through all the BS without being mainstream media, because mainstream media is known for just spewing the most, I'm not going to say that word, spewing the most BS to scare people. Someone made sense to me the other day and said this, and I was like, wow, that does make sense. I was listening to Patriot Radio because it's something that I listen to. And I forget, I don't know if it was, God, I don't know which commentator it was, which radio host it was, but the lady said, I'm having trouble trying to teach my mother, about stuff. She said, my mother wakes up in the morning, she turns on the news, she watches 15 minutes of CNN, then she goes to QVC. If you guys know what QVC is, it's like a home shopping network, and spends the rest of her day there and then goes to bed. And she thinks she's grasped everything there is to know about the world with 15 minutes of CNN. And I was like, wow, she must be really, really blind. When it comes to her. And she said that she's been trying to educate her and tell her she needs to open her eyes and see beyond just CNN. Jump all around. If you want to watch CNN and you want to watch that crap, that's your choice too. But check out Fox, check out Newsmax, check out OAN, check them all out. See if they what lines up and what doesn't. Because if you really dig into the news, I've told you on the Sunday Shift Report, the media, the news can legally lie to you, the citizens. They are legally protected. They can lie to you. Google it. Fact check me, because I fact checked myself when I found out. I was shocked that the media can legally lie to us, the U.S. citizens. Let me see here. Propaganda. And that's the media this day and age. Media is it's about views, kind of like how YouTube is. The media is about their views. They call it something else. What is it? The Nielsen's ratings or whatever. Their ratings. They look at ratings. They look at how many millions of people are watching their shows. And it's about money. Money. Whatever pays the best is what they're going to throw on the channel. Look at that Fox correspondent that decided to go on air and tell everybody and air out Fox's dirty news, and at least in that section of Fox. And they've asked her to cease and assist and all kinds of stuff. And she's going to Project Veritas to explain what Fox is doing and how they downplayed certain stuff. So even Fox, a lot of people love Fox for a long time. And then come towards the election, a lot of people fell off with Fox, didn't trust them anymore. But again, it's another corporation. It's just money. They might seem like, hey, they're on the right side, but they're still feeding you information of whatever the people up top want them, the listeners to hear. So I like to listen to talk radio because these people have a platform where they can kind of just say whatever the heck they want. Because I've listened to some talk radio where they go off and say things that you could never, ever say anywhere else. Hey, Patricia, exactly. Scripted television. Clearly not news. I like that one, Jeff. What's up, B Charming? I seen you sneaking in here. S. Moore, what is up? Better late than never, as they say, right? Billy Bird, you're right. Daily Prepper, yeah, I'm willing to entertain that. Because they have probably a good understanding of how networks work, because that's what it comes down to. When you're hacking, you're using an internet connection to hack into a network. A network's mainframe then goes into, with assembly language. If you guys know what assembly language is in computer talk, zeros and ones, which controls switches and dials and all that stuff like that, kind of thing like that. It controls stuff. And then can affect things. Because like I said, our grid, our daily lives are run by the net, by the web, by electricity. So if they're able to get into that, I want to know, why, I'm assuming, and here's the funny thing. I've been researching the Great Depression, and I know I'm jumping around with conversation, but things are just kind of flowing. The juices are flowing right now. So I've been researching the Great Depression. I watched a documentary on it. I'm reading about it, and they called it the Roaring '20s back then, if you guys are familiar with history. And what blew my mind is while everybody was in bread lines, the banks were not giving people their money. Things were going crazy during the Great Depression, right? But you still know that people in power in the government and the 1%ers, the rich people, still had their lifestyle. Nothing really changed for those folks. It was all the people under the middle class, the low class, the poor, all those people. Those are the ones that suffered the most. So no matter what happens, to me, I feel, unless it's cataclysmic and there's something out of their control, we normal citizens will be affected by anything that ever happens in this country. Thanks, Billy Bird. I ordered the one Rudy demo, has not come in yet. You guys must be talking about some generators or something like that I missed. Brute force or denial. Yeah, DDO, denial service attacks. Those are huge. Okay, so I'll share a little story with you, and you might get some humor out of this. All right, so I know some tricks of the computers. I'm not super educated. I'm educated enough, put it that way. I used to use a program, and I guess I can talk about this because it's ancient, and I only played with friends. And this is how it works. And don't be scared. I don't want people to freak out. So I had a friend of mine, because I did a lot of work on people's PCs to fix people's computers and networks and stuff like that when I was in that realm of things. And this is, quite some time ago. But they used to have a program called VLC, which was a virus lab creation. So you could find different pieces of virus and make your own virus and design your own thing, literally online. It was not a big deal. So I used a program called Saran Wrap. I know and these names are going to sound really weird to you. Well, Saran Wrap, you take a virus, and I used a virus called NetBIOS, which basically, once it gets into your computer or your node, it affects those PCs. And with the Saran Wrap, I would make it into a picture. So if I sent my friend a picture and say, hey, go check out this hot chick or whatever it may be, or check out this cool car or whatever it could be, within the minute that they're watching that, looking at that picture in their email, that program is installing in their computer, and then gave me access via a back door to their PC to turn on their mic, turn on their webcams, listen in, take over their keyboard, browse through their folders, and pretty much do whatever I want. And I played around with it with some good friends of mine and messed with them. They thought, I remember one time he's like, bro, I think my computer's haunted. It just types on its own. Because he'd be typing, we'll be having a conversation, via like a IRC chat, or what was it back then, AOL or AIM or something like that. This is how long ago it was. This is in the 90s, folks. And he would be like, yo, it would just start typing. And then finally I let him on. I was like, man, I put a virus on your computer. I was doing the typing. And he was like, what? And we had a good laugh. But I never used it maliciously against people that I didn't know. because I didn't ever want to get in trouble, because I mean, regardless of what you're doing, you're still infecting someone's computer with something, and you can still get in trouble for that. You guys are passing around pictures of me. Yeah, and it created redundancy. And this is okay. So speaking of which, guys, if you guys do send me information in my emails, whenever you guys send me a link, I have to run it through some programs, and sometimes those programs will flag it as a spam risk or flag it as malicious. I don't know if that's your intentions or whatnot. So if you guys send me, if you have a channel you want me to check out, just type the name of the channel. I can Google it. I can find it most of the time. You don't have to send me links. It's just hard to trust links just because of my history and knowing how computers work and how links work. Things can go bad. Well, Jeff, yeah, I mean, it was fun. We were good friends. You know, you get army buddies. You do the worst thing to your army buddies. What's up, Bonnie Bethel? How you doing? Unfortunately, Phoenix, you're right on the money with that. That's always driven American politics is greed and money and power. I'm missing something because I'm trying to figure out what Scars was talking about. I remember learning that at a young age. I couldn't believe people rather be poor. Let me see here. I like the way you told that story with a straight face, great man. Right? I try, man. But it was fun. But it was a learning experience. The only reason I got into, we call it white hat hacking. The reason I wanted to do stuff like that is because it's like a learning experience to see if when you use a brute force attack or some sort of password cracker and stuff like that, it's like trying to figure stuff out. Now, to kind of give you an idea what got me into this is when I was about 12 or 13 years old, I had what they call an IBM 8088, which is one of the first PCs. It had its own power supply that was big as my desk. And it was password locked. We got it from a hospital. They were getting rid of their old computers and they gave them to us. So that got me into this whole, as they call it, hacking thing, because I wanted to have access to that PC. So it took me a while and learning and researching as a kid. And then it kind of put me on that path to learning how to, get into stuff. Anyways, let me get off that subject. Because making money is unlimited and then send it back to their own country. Growing with Hudson, the funny thing is about American money, man, is it's becoming less and less valuable. And when you talk about the dollar itself and the inflation and how the dollar gets devalued, it will not only affect the United States, it will affect other countries that use U.S. currency. Yes, Milo on the ready. I just saw that pop up. Yes, you had to use not the little floppies. The floppies I had were like this big, like 12-inch floppy disks, and we had to put those in there just to make it work. Right, Dragon? Luckily, I don't send out too many emails. I usually get more emails than I send out. I mean, when you guys were in high school, and I know some of you guys are roughly my age, you guys didn't take like what was it called? Basic, how to write in Basic, and stuff like that. How to do some computer programming. How to do some graphics and do cool things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nerd. Stuart. What's a floppy? Right. Create a redundancy. I asked my daughter, I like to toy with her, ask her questions about, old school stuff. Surprisingly, she does not know what VHS is and Betamax. I don't know if you guys remember Betamax when Sony and Panasonic had the war, who tried to monopolize on the video format, with your VCR. Right, prepper nerd. Well said, brother. Well said. Sloppy is no good. Oh man, I still need to have the icon. That is great. Hold on, I'm missing something here. Got to get to bed. All right, good night, Papa Prepper. Thanks for swinging by, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. After my time, Tiger 454. There. Okay, yeah, Milo, Basic, Pascal, C++, all that stuff. That was in my prime. That's more important than tech. Growing food, because that's what I'm learning right now. Funny enough, I'm in my 40s learning how to grow my own food. I wish this was something that I learned as a child and translated into my teens and my early years. So if you have kids, hopefully some of you guys are trying to get your kids involved in the gardening and teaching them these skills, because I find that these skills are a lot more valuable than some of this other stuff that I learned as a kid. Spaceballs. You know, my dad has, I think he still has his 8-track in his old, I think he has a 1961 or 62 Chevy C10 step side with the whole wood thing. He built it from the ground up. I give him props. My dad was a really hands-on man. He loved cars and he loved working on them by hand. He would tear them down and rebuild them. One of his best cars he ever had was a Roadrunner, which was a really cool car. He dropped an engine in it and it was all souped up. He's extremely mechanically inclined. He didn't do well in school. He dropped out in the 9th grade, but he was a phenomenal mechanic. So I give him credit for that. My father's always been a hard worker. The laser disc, Bug Dude. You know, you're funny that you mentioned laser discs. When I worked for Sears ages ago, I was selling TVs, believe it or not, the big old monster TVs that you had to roll into your house. We had a laser disc that would play all the media on all the TVs that we had to use. Big old, looks like a big old compact disc. We've went way off track on what all the stuff we're talking about. Baby boomer. Okay. I have a BG's on 8-track. You know, Spaceballs, 8-track's great, but ain't nothing like some classic vinyl, man. Vinyl just has that feel, that vibe, you know what I mean? Some old jazz, some old blues, you know, bluegrass, man. There's some good tunes out there, man. Yes, Milo, you hit it right on the money. Roadrunner, Plymouth. He loved that thing, man. That was one of his great things. You know, Jeff, I had a Walkman in basic training that I snuck in. Really, Dragon? That's pretty interesting. I wonder why. They're using old tech. Strawberry alarm clock on the 8-track. Yeah, that is good. You guys are awesome, man. It makes me feel not so old. We're roughly around the same age. North Shore Preparedness, I think, has a solid vinyl collection. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Were any of you guys into like rock? I know we're kind of going off prepping and all kinds of other stuff, but I mean it's Thursday. Let's just have a talk. Let's just have fun with it. You know, like do you guys remember you had what was it? And here's the weird thing is currently my daughter is into like this old rock. So I've been showing her some stuff. You know, she's into the newer rock too, which is I'm not a fan of. But like some of the old, you guys remember Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford? They did this duet. I think it was called "Close My Eyes," which was a really cool song. It's kind of a, you know, more of a romantic thing, but also what was groups? You know, what was it? Anthrax. But then we can go way back. We can go back to the Zeppelin days, Doors. What was it? The Zombies? Was it called the Zombies? I think there was a group called the Zombies. They did some good music as well. A lot of good music was out there back then. Nothing like today. Nothing like today, man. Some of the crap that comes out today is just like, it's just garbage. It's hard to listen to, man. Hard to listen to. Yeah, I remember a lot of friends, they would get Ozzy tattooed on their things like that. I was more of a Metallica fan back in the 80s. I was deep into the whole Metallica, you know, Lars Ulrich and all those folks, man. Scorpions. GreyMan got that yacht wrong. Oh, crap. Oh, from floppies to 8-tracks to music. Makes sense. Yeah, I guess we're digressing, right? Kaylin, you don't listen to any music at all? You don't get down to maybe some, like, you know, turn on some old bluegrass and get in the garden and just kind of vibe out? I love bluegrass. I don't know about you folks. Maybe you guys think I'm weird, but I just love the bluegrass tunes. I listen to Bluegrass Junction on Patriot Radio in the morning. It helps get me up, gets that smile on my face. Yeah, the Zombies. There we go. Yeah, that was a great group. Okay, how about this one? Let me see. Music today's AC/DC, Def Leppard, Metallica, Megadeth. Yeah, I remember Megadeth. What was it? Man, I lost my train of thought. Shoot. What was I gonna say, man? Oh, Inagata Davida. Who sang that? Who? Someone in chat got to let me know who did it. Who sang Inagata Davida? Rob Zombie. White Zombie was great. Then when Rob Zombie left, he did some pretty cool stuff too. I give him that. Let me see here. I'm waiting for who knows who sang Inagata Davida. I know some of you guys do. Credence, good one, Spaceballs. Iron Horse Bluegrass. I will look that up, Billy Bird. Sounds great. Iron Butterfly. Thanks, Patricia. Yes. Did you guys ever hear the story of Inagata Davida and how it came to be and why the singer said that? Because he couldn't pronounce the actual lyrics, so he just said Inagata Davida, baby. He just kind of like rolled with it because he was probably, out of his mind. But Iron Butterfly, dang. Yeah, did you ever listen to the 12-minute song? I know when I was a teen and I was doing the Hutch stuff, I call it the Hutch stuff to be polite on YouTube. Hutch knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'd put that track on, man. 12 minutes seemed like I was there for hours. Time just went really slow. Oh, is it Patricia? One of the longest songs ever recorded. That's kind of cool, though. Yeah, Phoenix. See, a lot of you guys know. You guys have been there. In the Garden of Eden. Yes, Jen. Thank you so much. Jan, got it, man. Here, coffee. I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names sometimes. That's why Northern Girl Hobbies, I just call her NGH now. It's easy. 5 support, but Janis Joplin, Morrison, yeah. The Morrison Hotel. Good album. They let it, I am in the oldie. That is a wild. Puck on it. My uncle from Finland sent it to me. What are you guys talking about? What did I miss here? Jimi Hendrix, yes. I love his iteration of the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm staring at you guys because I'm trying. It's now my mind's gone blank, but he did a good rendition of burn, dun, 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 the American. Oh man, I have brain cells for burnout, guys. National anthem. Thanks a lot with Bobby. God, man. Oh man, do I look like a clown tonight or what, man? Petty, yeah, actually, Hutch. John Petty, man, I haven't heard that one in a while. Johnny Cash, the Black. There's you guys are Steve Miller Band, Bad Company, the Eagles. 60s clothes optional, right? Let me see here. Love Vinyl was definitely born in the wrong era. Should have been born in the 60s instead of the 80s. 80s was a good time, to be honest with you. I had some fun in the 80s, man. So Iron Horse, Rocket Man. Rush is still one of my go-tos. Rush is good, Zane. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Weird Al. Prepper 101. You come. Of course, you're going to come in with Weird Al Yankovic. Oh man. Oh man, GreyMan Prepping. I need your Patreon. Roger that, Josh. I was born in the 50s. Really, Be Charming? You're that old? Well, you're that young. Let's put it that way, Be Charming. My father was born in 51. As Debbles, as you said that with the bell bottoms, my father, I looked at his wedding pictures, and when he married my mother, he was wearing a white and pink butterfly collar outfit with like pink bell-bottom pants and some black silky stuff. I don't know, man. He was one of those dudes. Frank Zappa, yes. The Beatles, 71. So, Shadow Scott, you're not too much older than me. Elvis was alive. I'm seeing him taking pictures of people in Vegas. I've seen the same thing, Prepper 101. Why isn't no one reporting on that? Angels arrived, really? Stranglers. Coffee ain't strong enough lately, GreyMan, so I understand the Civil War sounds is good and never harmony the bluegrass, and then proof I never heard about them. 75. Agreed, Devils. That's what I think, man. You guys ever look back now? I'm like, man, those were the days, man. Things were a lot easier back then. Do you guys remember in the 50s when communism was bad? Do you guys remember that when folks were told that they see some sort of communist activity to report it to the government and communism was bad? Boy, have we came a long way, right? Be Charming, Motown. Be Charming, have you ever heard of, what was it called, the Sugar Hill Gang? Since you threw that Motown thing in there? My stepmother had that whole record. Dressing Grade School Thriller. Northern Girl Hobbies that you said that. I remember playing Atari. I'm old. I remember playing Atari. We're playing Atari, and I remember my stepmom and my father sitting there and saying it was MTV when MTV was music videos, and it was the premiere of Thriller, and we watched this whole, theatrical thing. Everybody was like, "Wow!" But he was a performer. He did what he did, but then his history he kind of destroyed his own image in history. Yes, Dean Mullis, you are right. You are right. The Sugar Hill Gang. Oh, and too bad it went, and too bad it turned into what it is today, right? Moody Blues, yes, another good one. Let me see here. Andy Williams, Patsy Cline, good stuff, Julie. The Gator Boys, Nat King Cole, and the Rat Pack. Yeah, right, Prepper 101. Yeah, you watch that man transition to a bunch of crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Does anybody have a Keanu shirt? I had to go to the store tonight. Heard Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins, man, you guys are coming up with some good stuff. Billy Joel. Atari was created by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Danson in 1972 and became a pioneer in arcade games, home video, consoles, and thanks, Harvey, for the history lesson. I'm glad. It's funny, Harvey. I'd never known that. I never knew who created Atari. I never dug into it. Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. That's some vibes right there, Hutch. You hit that on the right. Danger Zone, Striper. God, you guys are bringing back so many memories. Jump on it, right? What was that other group Be Charming? Was it called Nucleus? Was it called Jam on It by Nucleus? That was like in the breakdancing days. I remember being like 8 years old trying to breakdance on a piece of cardboard. And I grew up in the projects, folks. And I was born in Key West, but I grew up in the projects. A very poor, Cuban family. My grandfather was a chef that migrated from Cuba over to the United States, which was really good food. Really good food. What's up, Shift Engineering? Sticks, yes. Shift, we were just talking about random stuff, man. We went on a tangent with music and 8-tracks and vinyl. Joan Jett, yes. Scarzo, 219. God, you guys are bringing back some good stuff. Elvin Bishop, April Wine, Hotel California. CR and I were talking harmonicas. Oh, okay, D14. Thank you. Appreciate that. One of you guys ever want to come on the channel and do like a little harmonica with me, man, and do some entertainment for these folks? That'd be cool. I never had something like that. Maybe get Papa Prepper on here and you guys could play the harmonica and Papa can sing. We could just have like our own Prepper concert or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. ABBA. Wow. ABBA. Now you guys are going all kinds of different things. I remember ABBA. Billy Squire, Steely Dan, Purple, BTO, Pretty Boy Floyd. What was the other one? Leonard Skinner. What was it? What was those one guys? God. How about Motley Crue, Smoking in the Boys' Room? Cat Stevens, Prepper Banjo. Right, Jeff? That'd be pretty awesome. Foreigner, Creedence, Clearwater. Yeah, man. Classic, brother. Classic. Steely Dan. Creative Redundancy. Maybe we should do that, man. Karaoke night with GreyMan. Get some folks on here and have them sing. That would be pretty entertaining. Spaceballs had the denim. The Bee Gees, yes. Iron Maiden. Prepper 101, Iron Maiden, they had such phenomenal artwork, brother. Phenomenal artwork. I used to collect their album covers just because of the artwork. Really Life with Bobby, they were still touring in 2015? Were they on walkers? Or do they still sound good? The Dancing Queen. No, thank you. Oh, Northern Girl. But you got to admit, yeah, Northern Girl. Karaoke would be pretty cool. Steppenwolf. There you go, Virginia. Judas Priest, ZZ Top. You guys are coming in clutch with all these cool ass. Allman Brothers. Northern Girl, Megadeth. Northern Girl, were you a metalhead, Northern Girl? Corduroy jackets. Wow, D14. You're really going way back, man. I remember, I remember when my mother bought me corduroy. I didn't think it was cool, but then found out that it was cool. So I had to give her credit. I hated disco as a boy. I see no reason to change my opinion since. Share. Remember when Cher came out with that outfit? I forget. It was some sort of awards, and she was pretty much wearing nothing. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Pantera. There you go, Jeff. Elbow patches. Now you guys make me want to watch that 70s show again because all that kind of reminded me of all that good stuff back then, man. They had a really good time. Menudo, Klingon princess, really? Menudo? Isn't that where what's his name came from? What was that guy's name? That's Shake Your Bum Bum dude came from Menudo, didn't he? BB King. Soul Asylum. There you go, Hutch. Yeah, she's fell off tremendously, Janine. King Diamond. Muddy Waters. Oh, no Menudo, Ricky. Gray Flannel. Hammerfall, Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills. What's up, Appalachian Prepper? How you doing? There you go. Thank you, Esmore. Ricky Martin. I can't remember some of these guys because some of these guys went off the rocker and just turned all kinds of Gangnam style. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hutch Homestead, his favorite band is Milli Vanilli. I'm so old, I remember that controversy, Northern Girl. That whole lip sync controversy with those folks. Blind Melon, Dead Kennedys. Oh, man. Wild Cherry. What was that? Hold on. Who sang Black Betty? Who sang Black Betty? That was a good song, too, Black Betty. But see, all you guys know who Milli Vanilli was. How about Vanilla Ice, guys? We are all off our rockers, right? Milo. But we're having a good time. Oh, Heritage Homestead coming in with Boy George. Wow. Ram Jam. There you go. Thanks, Bug Dude. Buck Cherry. Ram Jam. Yeah, Black. That was an awesome song, man. When my daughter was about, 6 or 7 years old, she used to get down to that, man. She hates it now, of course. Great stuff. Great stuff. Do we really have 111 folks in chat right now? Well, YouTube is saying 109 and StreamYard is saying 110. So they're off. Oh, no, they're evening out now. People must have come in like, oh, these preppers are talking about music. I don't want to be here. What kind of crap are they talking about? GreyMan will make you jump. Hutch, did you listen to those guys back then, man? Did you listen to, was it Crisscross? Did you listen to those folks? Oh, man, Hutch. That's awesome, Nomad. Blushing. The Bengals, wow. Okay, all right. Shadow Scout Swede, you said Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. I don't know if I'm allowed. I think I'm allowed to say this on YouTube. Do you guys remember when Dolly Parton did a movie? I was a young kid, and I remember it was rated R, and I snuck to watch it. Dolly Parton did a movie called Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I don't know if you guys remember that movie or not. I was a kid. All right, let's dive into movies real quick. Hollywood Nights, Porky's, American Graffiti, classic good movies, man. Northern Girl. That would be awesome to see you guys wearing clothes backwards. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Kenny Rogers, and the first edition. Twisted Sister. I wear my sunglasses, and that was a classic. I was what, 11 or 12 around that time. Good movie. Yes, it was. Okay, so some of you guys remember that movie. Tiger 454, Disturbed. Yep. Whip It, really, Phoenix? Mona's Chicken Ranch. Jaws. Yeah, the first Jaws. Goonies. Oh, man. Nomad Prepper, you had to throw the Goonies in there, man. I'm going to have to show you guys. Someone hand drew one of the Goonies characters. The guy, the messed up guy. They hand drew it and put it in my shop. It's pretty cool. And believe it or not, there's folks out there that have no clue who the Goonies are, which blows my mind in this day and age. Spaceballs, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Truly appreciate it. That'll be another entry for you. Like I said, my mind is thinking of what I want to give away this month. I want to make it cool and good. I can't top myself every time, but I'm going to try come up with some good stuff. But yes, agreed, B Charming. The Goonies was. Why don't they make movies like that anymore? Why don't they make great content like that anymore? Let me see here. Hey, you guys. Yes, Stuart, that guy. I'm going to take a picture of it and share it with you guys next Thursday and show you guys. This guy hand painted it for the shop. Culture is dead. Again, yeah, unfortunately, D14. Life with Bobby Godsmack, Goonies, Divine, and my favorite movies. You know, Susan Peters and some of you other folks that are talking about Goonies. This is a little, to me, more of a little known movie. There was a movie called Explorers, where they take an old amusement ride and they use a little computer and they go into space and meet these green people. I don't know if you guys remember that movie or not. It was called Explorers, classic. Tiger 454, thanks so much for the super sticker. You're awesome. Truly appreciate that. Oh, Phoenix. Do you guys see what Phoenix coming with? I like big butts and I cannot lie. God, that's what was it? That was like the classic thing back in the 90s. Everybody was like, hey, Becky, look at her butt. Tilt-A-Whirl. Yes, Mike Stiles. Bingo. So some of you guys have seen that movie. I shared that with my daughter because I want her to see these classic movies. They just had such good sustenance. And they were just super entertaining. Buckaroo Banzai. There you go, Dane. Man, I haven't seen that one in a while. Smokey and the Bandit. There we go. The original Godzilla Be Charming. I used to watch they used to have Monster Saturdays or something like that. And it was all the classic, the black and white Godzillas and then some of the color Godzillas. Thanks, Tiger 454. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are having a good time just talking about some stuff. James Davis, you're right. Old school Star Wars was really good. Funky Cole Medina. Wow, you guys are coming in with some crazy stuff now. What was his name? Tone Loke. Short Circuit. Yes, James Davis. Another good movie. I just saw the movie that I just discussed. Where was it at? Scarzo 219. Yes, that was the movie with Dolly Parton. And you know, the whole time, me being the perverted little kid that I was back then, I was waiting for Dolly Parton to expose herself, and it never happened. Yep, I was that little, 9-year-old. Should have been thinking that, I guess, at that age. Oh, man. Tom Cruise. Oh, yeah, Legend. My Lady Grey loves that one. Kiss. She was a fast machine. She kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman I've ever seen. Thanks, Appalachian. The Lost Boys, Life of Bobby, that was. Breakfast Club, another fantastic one. God. E.T., of course, Northern Girl. E.T. is a classic. You know what surprised me, Northern Girl, that they never tried to remake that. I don't know. Spielberg has just never wanted to do that, but that was just such a really good movie. Rip Curl coming in with the Humpty Dance. Rip Curl, they did a movie. They were in a movie with, what was it? Was it Bill Murray and Demi Moore? I can't think of the movie, what it was called. 1985, Be Charming. Well, that's also when, was it Back to the Future and all that stuff came out. Really? Oh, I just saw something that Northern Girl. I saw that Dolly is actually a dude. Hello. that's don't say that. That's gonna ruin my childhood. Chariots of Fire. Princess Bride. That was a good one. Remember Andre the Giant when he was in there? That was kind of cool. Gremlins, yes. Cannonball Run. That was excellent too. I like those little Chinese dudes in that little car that they had. Speed. Keanu Reeves, when they first did The Matrix, that was groundbreaking for that kind of movie. Virginia Roots, Dirty Dancing. That was a classic. Another Lady Grey favorite. I wonder why. Berth Reynolds. Man, you see, you guys know a lot more than you guys perceive. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Clint Eastwood, man, it was a solid character in all the movies that he did. Mannequin. Wow, Milo and the Ready coming in with a classic. I remember watching that as a kid. See, I used to be that guy. Or that kid, we had like a little tiny store in the small town that I lived in. So all we had to do was go to the little corner store. Remember when you could rent movies and you bring them home and stick them in the VCR? So I was that's what got me into the zombie genre. And I was all over Poltergeist, Red Dawn, Romancing the Stone. Sorry, I'm getting Silence of the Lambs. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No one said that one yet, but that's a great one as well. But so I watched all the horror films, Jason, Halloween, was it Hellraiser, Camp something, all the crazy horror films. I was in that. Asif Kadawi, if I said that right, The Karate Kid, The Wrath of Khan, 16 Candles. Oh, 16 Candles, man. That was a great one. Asif, that was a great one. Red Dawn, Dead Poet Society. I have a good story for Silence of the Lambs. Really? Last House on the Left. 2001 Space Odyssey. And I'm sitting here reading the chat, and you guys are probably reading it with me. It's like, why is he just repeating what's in chat? I don't know. Gardner Josh, the Dark Crystal. Someone said that they were going to do either a remake or a part 2 of that. I'm going to have to look into that and get back to you, but I was really curious what they were going to do with that. And Rip, yeah, the Breakfast Club was fun. Great. Jeff, Flipper was actually done here in where I was born at in Key West. They did a lot of filming for Flipper. Let me see. Christine, great horror film. Pet Cemetery, the original Pet Cemetery, Cujo, The Shining, great movies. Is Backwoods Prepping in here? Backwoods. Yep, there's Backwoods and Prepping. What's up, brother? The Body Snatchers. We're just talking about almost anything. We're just talking about just classic movies and music and TV shows. Stuart W. Prequel was worthy of the time of your time, Dark Crystal. That's what they just seemed so much effort in value in movies back then. Swordfish with John Travolta. There's one reason I watched Swordfish. That I like the computer aspect of it, but there was somebody in there that did her first scene. If you get what I'm saying, Jacob's Ladder. That was a good one. That was a mind bender. What was the one with Lawrence Fishburne in space? What was that one called? Good Morning Vietnam. That was a good one too. Counters of the Third Kind. Full Metal Jacket classic. Starship Troopers. The Most Dangerous Game. Tron. Wow. Jeff, I like the original Tron. The remake wasn't too bad, but still I like the original. Earth Girls Are Easy. Spaceballs. I did watch those B movies as well, man. Fritz the Cat. And Janine, I liked Alien, but I preferred Aliens, the second one, because there was just more firepower, more action in that one. It was kind of creepy. Jacob's Ladder wasn't freaky. Joe vs. the Volcano, classic. Tour of Duty on TV. Yeah, right. Apocalypse Now, another good one. Life of Brian. The Revenant. That's a newer one, but that was a good one. Batteries Not Included. Wow, Jeff. That was a pretty good movie. Yeah, I like that. It had a bit of more of a family movie with a little sci-fi twist, kind of, but was talking to my wife. Purple Rain, another one of Lady Gray's favorites. She thought it was a great movie. Tiger 454 Twister. I love the way they did the special effects in that. The Shining. The Shining is the one that first gave me, how you get those like chills and stuff like that when that elevator opened up and all that blood started flowing. That was pretty. Stir of Echoes. That was another good one. Yeah, brother. Stephen King. And you know how Stephen King always made that like a little surprise appearance in all of his movies. The Evil Dead. Yeah, the original Evil Deads. I tried to watch a TV show and it was okay, but it was just more comedic at that point. If you look up Johnny Five is Alive, that was good. If you look up The Evil Dead and stuff like that, they intended it to be a horror film and that it just kind of went in a different direction. The original It. The remakes weren't too bad, but there's just too much CGI and stuff. Abyss, Children of the Corn. I always wondered, Phoenix, you said Children of the Corn, Raptor Ranch with Up in Smoke. The Sting, Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange, man, that was a trippy movie. Hutch Wears Tights. The Brave Sir Robin. Monty Python, Orca the Killer Whale. That was a good one too, yeah. Not Until Creep Show. Milo and the Ready, yeah, that was pretty cool. Evil Dead 2 is hilarious. Donnie Darko. Bates Motel. Schindler's List, The Stand. Stanley Laddie, Billy Jack. That was one of my father's favorite movies, is Billy Jack, the guy that did karate. The Terminator, dude, Klingon Princess. I love Terminator, and then the sequel, Terminator 2. Ironically enough, they're supposed to be coming out with another edition of the Terminator. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Them. Oh, that's an old black and white with the ants, Jan. Cherry 2000. Cheats and John. Yeah. Good night, GreyMan. Good night, Sherry Leach. Waterworld. That was a good one. A nice, more of a, let's say, preparedness film. What if there was too much water, too much seawater, and not enough fresh water? Exactly, Scarzo. Aliens was great. Calypso and John Denver. Scanner Darkly is still one of my favorites. However, perplexing its premise. Monty Python was awesome. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Well, that being said, Fish is remember Attack of the or Killer Clowns from Outer Space? It was entertaining for me. Mad Max. For some reason, my Lady Grey hates the Chainsaw Massacre series, but I enjoyed them. I like that kind of vibe. Backwoods and prepping with the super chat. You know you'd have to do that, brother. Saying hello, brother. And Gardner Josh said you was not paying attention to him. He cries sometimes. That he does. Backwoods. He gets angry at me sometimes. Braveheart, Virginia Roots. Yes. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Hannibal. Phoenix, Hannibal. Did you watch the TV show Hannibal? That was actually pretty good. Wow, Jeff coming in with Herbie. Man, I haven't seen the movie like that in a long time. How many in here remember the miniseries America? That one doesn't sound familiar, Kaylin. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm curious now. Jeepers Creepers. Predator. Most of these movies I watched at a drive-in. Don't you miss drive-ins? Those were the good old days. Backwoods with a chainsaw, right? And Leslie, right there, all these movies that we're bringing up makes you want to like start like an old movie collection and just kind of binge watch a bunch of old movies. Short Circuit was great. A lot of us talk about the Black Sheep. Event Horizon. Thanks, Spaceballs. That was the Lawrence Fishburne movie I was talking about. That one was really trippy. Pumpkinhead, yeah, man. Pumpkinhead, man, I remember that, man. There's the first couple of them were good. Then, of course, they went off the. They always take something good and then destroy it down the road. Really, Heritage Homes? We had a drive-in. They got rid of it when I was in high school, so it's been at least 20 years since we've had a drive-in here. Mike, you got a drive-in too? Jeff coming in with Knight Rider. Fargo was a good show. Poltergeist, Galaxy Quest. The Last Starfighter. You made me think of Galaxy Quest, made me think of The Last Starfighter. Really Nomad. Interesting. Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. Minnesota has drive-ins. Animal House. Yeah, that was a classic. How about Revenge of the Nerds, Marcy? Great social distancing, right? Original Wizard of Oz, MASH. $6 Million Man. Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen. Yep, Revenge of the Nerd Setter. Yeah, I Life with Bobby, I did watch that show. That was a pretty decent one. There's still several drive-ins. I was ripping Raising Arizona was funny. That was with what's his name? Man, when they grabbed the baby in the street and whatnot. The A-Team, classic Caribbean. Ghostbusters. Conan the Barbarian. BPS, great movie. Airwolf. Wow, Airwolf, God. I remember, Jeff, that you're talking about Airwolf. Do you remember The Greatest American Hero? The A-Team show, great. American Pie. American Pie was, the first few American Pies were great, but have you seen what they've done to that series now? They've destroyed it. Nicolas Cage, thank you, Milo. And thank you, Patricia. We have to, very close where I live in Tennessee. Man, all you guys are lucky you guys got these drive-ins. Yeah, Jan, that was one of my favorite movies growing up too, is Ferris. I always wanted to duplicate what he did. Dove Jacobs, yes, I did. I did some research on that when I found that out growing up. I was into all kinds of stuff because then I got into Fishes and Loaves. Thanks for the super sticker. Thank you so much. The Rhinestone Cowboy. Man, that's Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. Be Charming. Are you saying that because you told me I have like the sly eyes? Make you want to. Footloose. 12 Monkeys. Bruce Willis. Men in Black. In Search of Leonard Nimoy. War of the Worlds. Both are good. Message in a Bottle. Great love story. I took my kids out of school to see Jurassic Park. Awesome. The Hills Have Eyes. I like the original, and the remake was pretty decent. Scarzo, yeah, Platoon. That was a serious movie, man. That was a really if you've ever been in the military and you watch stuff like that, it'll tug at some of your strings. Die Hard, every year, Shadow Scout Swede, I watch Die Hard as a Christmas movie. It's just part of that Forrest Gimp. Run, Forrest. Yeah, that was Interview with the Vampire. That was with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Firefox, Eastwood. Yep, I remember that one too. Airplane. That was pretty hilarious. Makes me think of The Naked Gun when I think of Airplane. V for Vendetta. No one puts baby in the corner. Oh, you know, Spaceballs. Now that you said that, because Angry Prepper did a video on, as you said, it did a shift type movies might be a good show idea. Someone told me like, hey, Gray, would you ever think about doing a reaction videos to the series Alone? They just started a new series. It's on, I think, on the History or Discovery Channel. Alone. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with the series Alone. It's survival. You know, they get dropped off somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and they have so much gear that they have to do, and they have to survive out there. And whoever stays the longest and survives and thrives, pretty much, wins, you know, $500,000. Someone said, hey, Gray, do you think about you would want to do like a reaction video and show like that episode or go through the series Alone and kind of, you know, describe what you think they did or did not do wrong? And there's things I could say, you know. All right, good night, Be Charming. We're not going to go too much longer. We're almost at an hour and a half, and we're just kind of just rambling stuff up. Godfather, that's another good one. And Daily Prepper, yeah. So if you guys are watching the current season of Alone, right? One gentleman decided not to bring a ferrocerium rod. To me personally, that's the biggest mistake, and he will not make it. Mark my words, he will not make it. He's using a bow drill, possibly friction fire, but the amount of calories and energy that it takes to start a fire versus a ferrocerium rod is way more. And then if you watch the show before, a lot of folks failed because they cannot they cannot get enough food. Bushcraft family, thanks for the super chat. The next MacGyver, right? Alone new season started this week, episode 3. Yes, Nomad. Matter of fact, it's tonight is the third episode. Yes, Northern Girl. So, and his mother asked him before he went on the show to please bring a ferrocerium rod. He did not. So when winter time hits, I think they're in British Columbia. When winter time hits, he is going to regret trying to start a fire with a bow drill. Just from the things that I've seen and what I've learned, it's going to be extremely complicated. And the thing is for some reason he lets his fire go out and he has to start all over. And you can see he's getting exhausted using this bow drill technique, which is great to know and great to have it in your repertoire as a prepper. But still, if you have the option to bring a ferrocerium rod, I would have chosen that instead. Let me see here. Naked and Afraid. Let me see. Backwoods Prepping. I agree. Right, Backwoods? Naked and Afraid. So, I've been trying to find Naked and Afraid members that have been on that channel, because I want to bring someone from Naked and Afraid on. I want to bring someone who's been on the Alone on and ask them how much of it is, if any of it's staged, because Naked and Afraid is different. They have a team of folks right there. They have a team of folks right there in case anything goes south. And all Naked and Afraid, I constantly see mistakes made where they put their priorities at. You know what I mean? And how much, and like, let me go back to Alone, but Naked and Afraid is a whole nother monster. But they can just say, hey, producer, I want to leave. Alone is a lot more difficult, I think, and more of a challenge. Actually, Jason the Angry Prepper said he's tried to go on the Alone. I think he's applied several times. But this one guy is building shelters right now. They're trying to build long-term shelters, and the amount of calorie expenditure that they're using, and a lot of them are not eating. And one guy off episode 1, because he was trying to build the shelter, basically wore himself out. He thought he was having a heart attack, but it was most likely a panic or anxiety attack. He had a heart attack prior to that. And I think his mind just took him. His mental prepare. He wasn't mentally ready to go on the show, and tapped out, I think, on day 6 or day 4 or something like that. And nothing was really wrong with him. He got checked out and he was fine. He just had an anxiety or that kind of an issue, just because he's had a heart attack previously. But yeah, man, No Metal Hangers. I just saw that pop up on the screen. That was a crazy movie. Sorry. And I'm sorry. I do apologize. I went off track. Spaceballs Jericho was a really good one. Especially because, all right, hold on. The Daily Purpose especially because you can make a bow drill. You can make ferrous rods. Do you mean daily prepper? Do you mean you can't make a ferrocerium rod? A bow drill in British Columbia is knucking futs. This is an extremely wet climate, which makes bow drills impossible. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you. And I just don't know what in his mind made him think that that was the best possible. Good night, Angels arrived. We're not going. We're going to wrap this up. Jeremiah was great as well. A Boy and His Dog, crazy shift movie. Yeah, that was actually good movie, Spaceballs. Other than that, man, I don't know what else. We went on and on, but some of you guys that had some of these good ideas in regards to agreed. I see if that Rudy was a good movie. Keep it hot, coal. Dowels, you are correct, but he did not. He doesn't. He starts the bow drill over again and starts a new fire. You would figure in his head that that would be the optimal thing to do is to keep a hot coal. But he hasn't done it yet. Maybe he's going to start doing it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words down the road and he'll be the winner of this season's alone. Bushcraft family, do you? Can you find out if they want to come on the channel? I'd like to showcase them on one of my lives. I think that'd be pretty cool if they're willing to jump on. Fishes, that's funny. I'll keep all the small ferrocerium rods in my dead lighters before tossing them. Agreed, Shift. The Howling, Caribbean House, still coming in with the movies. The Howling, the original Howling. I remember I was such a young person when that came out, and my grandmother told me not to watch it, and I had nightmares all night, and she was very upset with me. Bush Radical and the Girl in the Woods. What did he take instead? Mike, a bow drill. That's what he decided to take, was a bow drill. I guess he had one. He feels that he is experienced enough and as a survivalist that he can do it with the bow drill. And to me, it does not make sense. I don't think he's gonna make it. You still get spark from the lighter. Agreed, D14. You funny, D14. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. This is the bag that I was reviewing. I'm practicing using it right now, but I'm not going to show you the bag because I want to do a review on that. Real quick before I wrap this up. Have you guys ever seen something like this? Let me try to put it in my hand so you guys can see it. So this carabiner, if you see right here, has a right here, it has a blade on it right there for let's say to cut a seatbelt. Can opener. Of course, it's not going to mess with me here. It holds up to 100 pounds, but it has this little sparker on here. I think it's a pretty nice little carabiner. Nice little carabiner to have in my pack. It's pretty versatile. I don't know if you guys can see that real good. I'm trying to get my hands out the way. Here we go. There we go. I don't know. I can get it closer to the screen. But I think it's pretty cool. So I've added it to my little collection of stuff. Is that the bag you got wet outside with? Yes, Nomad, it was. I packed a bunch of stuff inside of it because I'm trying to play with the weight and pockets and to get it stretched out and play with it a little bit. Exactly, Dragon. That is pretty That's what I like about it, Fishes. I'm trying to figure out for this EDC bag things that are multi-use so I can cut back on the weight. So I'm trying to find different things that I can use to cut back on weight. Now, certain things like the medical stuff, I can't do so much. Like I can put, one quick clot in there, maybe one chest seal, and what is it called? I have I know you guys probably see these a lot, and little SWAT tees. And yes, it's still sealed up. I don't see any need to break it open at the moment. But I grabbed, because I have a bunch of these laying around. And I stuck it in this bag. I'm trying to see everything that I can possibly stick in this bag with the weight and see how it feels. So when I do the review, I can kind of give you guys an honest review of the bag. But I mean, that's the bag itself that I was doing a review. But you guys can see I got it loaded up right now. It even holds my vape juice. It's my EDC bag. It's everyday carry, man. But you got a bro drill said it takes a lot of energy, but the chance you can start a fire are not that high, and it takes a lot of practice as well. Agreed, Shadow Scout. That's the issue I have. I don't care how experienced you are. I've seen so many people who use a bow drill all the time because they like, oh, I do this. I'm a primitive survivalist and I use a bow drill in my environment. Well, when you're taken out of your environment, something that the woods and the environment that you're used to is going to be totally different than going to somewhere like British Columbia and trying to use a bow drill, thinking that that's going to work. Just me as a prepper or someone that thinks the way I do, I would have never done that. Ferrocerium rod. If all I had a choice was a ferrocerium rod or a bow drill, I'm taking the ferrocerium rod. If I have to, I could use a piece of stone if I lose my knife and all that jazz. Phoenix, you guys are still talking about movies, huh? Oh man, I probably missed so much. But I want some different. So the SWAT tees are good for children. Arkansas Living actually talked about that. They're good versus my Cat 7s that work great for adults. The SWAT tees are nice to have, but they fit a Cat 7 in this bag versus SWAT tee. The SWAT tee is easier to put in this little tiny bag, or I call it a tiny bag, than a Cat 7 because I have like a multi-tool in there. I have my knife. I have a bunch of stuff in that bag right now, but we'll go over that down the road. Let me see here. You can use a 9-volt battery and still. Well, yeah, that's a classic one right there, man. RPM 80. Oh, okay, Jeff. Cool. Blazing. You guys, quartz sparks, fires. Quartz does work great. 50 Shades of Grey. Strange kind of love story. But did he fall with her? Oh, all right, Northern Girl. Well, you know, us content creators can participate, right? I use a Fresnel lens for fire starting. Shift engineering. Yeah, those are really compact and easy. I have one of those. Where do I have it? Shift. It's funny. I have so much stuff everywhere that if someone ever came to my home, they'd probably like, who is this guy? He has so much stuff everywhere. Because I'm always digging into gear and seeing what works best. Matter of fact, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do a fire video and use different methods of fire and see which one is easier to do in my realm of things in Florida. Jan, yeah, I saw, who was that? Who did that, Jan? I haven't seen her in so long. Guys, remind me, oh, man, why? Faithful Prepper. She did that. Janine, where'd you get that? I ordered it from a distributor of mine because I saw it in their catalog per se, and I said, send me one of those. I want to try it out. I want to play with it. And I want to try to use it out in the field and see if I can start a fire, how hard it is, depending if it's wet, not wet, damp, the type of material that I can get a fire started, if I can use the cotton that's soaked in Vaseline and so on and so forth. So I want to play with it and see what I can do with it and see if it's worth it before I present it to you guys. Because I don't want to, I like to show it to you, but I don't want to recommend it until I know it's functional and it works, because it's all supposed to hold 100 pounds. So I want to test the weight limits on that little carabiner as well. Good night, Cherokee. I'm leaving too, guys. We just keep on getting sidetracked. So I think that's it. Good night, all I had to say. Thanks, Carzo. Here's if I ever get to 1,000, I'll have it similar. I hope all you guys get to 1,000. I hope all you guys grow. But anyways, I think let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's leave on a good note. Everybody's we're starting to drop in people watching anyways, and maybe someone will do an after party for you folks that are the late nighters. I got to get up in the morning and go to work and do all that jazz. But that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone in chat. Thanks so much for making this fun, man. Thanks so much for just sitting here chatting and having a good time in the community, just kind of talking about everything, man. You guys are awesome people. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, mods, for doing the things that you do. You guys are phenomenal folks as well. And thanks for all the people that did the super chat and super stickers. It truly does help the channel and stuff like that. So other than that, of course, you guys will see my return. I take Fridays and Saturdays off, so I'll be back on Sunday on the premiere on the Sunday shift report. And thanks, Prepper 101. You guys are great people. I love talking to you guys. I love reading chat. I just like hanging out with you guys on Thursdays, no matter what we're talking about, if it's serious or not serious, or just having a good time, man. Truly appreciate that. D14, thanks so much for the super sticker on the end. Truly appreciate it. You're D14. You might be the most super stickers this. Well, we did have a super sticker party not too long ago. Anyways, I'm gonna get on another tangent, but Kaylin. thank you guys so much for being here with me and spending some of your evening with me. So other than that, this is GreyMan. And I think that about wraps it up. Let me get my outro set up. You guys, yes, please hit the like on the way out. Oh, we got 4 thumbs down. I guess no one liked us talking about movies and stuff like that. What a shame. Thanks for watching regardless. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. God bless. This is GreyMan, and I'm out.